Welcome to Papa Junk Shop. Well, about a month ago I bought this scooter so the wife can use it because she's got knee replacements and got some other problems. It's really hard for her to walk, so got this at the auction. It needed batteries. Other than that, it was fine. And it takes like garden tractor size batteries, 2 of them, 24 volts. Took it to Penn's Cave and she used it the one day, and when she got done we plugged her in to charge it, and we heard a little zzz, and then it didn't work. So I tore the charger apart. Let me take you over on the bench. Okay, this is the original charger, and I'm thinking what happened is that it's kind of rough where she was riding it, and right about where my thumb is there was a burn mark, and I think that these components were sticking down too far, and it finally rubbed onto the bottom of the case and shorted, and it burned a trace off there. So I replaced it with a wire, and that still didn't cure it. And I checked what I could of it, and it didn't seem to be making any progress. Don't have any diagram or nothing. So I just looked on eBay and I found one of these 24 volt, I think it's like 2.7 amps, 2.5 amps. Inputs 100 to 240, 2.5 amps. And it's adjustable. It'll go up to about 29, I think. And it was only like $8 and a few bucks for shipping, so it didn't cost much. So I'm retrofitting that in there now. And what I ran into was that the batteries are run down pretty good. Of course, this wants to charge more than it's capable of, and it shuts down. And then it tries, and then it shuts down, and then it tries, and it shuts down. So, in order to resolve that, I thought, try a little resistor in series with the output. So I found a 0.4 ohm resistor, 10 watts, and I'm putting that in series with the output on the negative side, and it'll still charge the, well, it says 3 amps on that meter, even though this says 2.5, and it stays steady, and it'll charge it up, and when it gets down near the end, you know, it slows down and really does a nice job of trickle charging. The resistor barely gets warm even when it's charging the 3 amps. And I also had to put a diode in series with it because the battery voltage would try going back in here, and this on diode would light all the time, so we didn't want this using any of the juice once you unplugged it from the 120 volts. So I'm making some brackets and get it wired up, and I'll show you the final result. Okay, I got my bracket made. This is the power out going to the battery. This is 120 volts in, and that comes down and hooks into line, neutral, and ground. And the plus comes out and goes right into the cable out, and the minus is going to go on this wire, comes in through the diode, which is just, yeah, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't have the camera pointed right. Okay, minus comes in through the diode, through the resistor, back out into the battery, and then when you shut this down, this diode prevents it from feeding back in and running the battery down. And like I said, this limits the current so this thing doesn't shut down when you first plug it in and it's charging hard. And like I said, it just barely gets warm and it charges a full amount. I'll show you when I get it installed. I'm going to use my new solder station. I got her fired up. We'll get these soldered and this wire hooked up, and then we'll install it. Okay, I got it mounted on the scooter, and the resistor is just hard to even tell there's any warmth there at all. And it's charging what, less than a half an amp it says. So I'm going to take her for a little ride, go bring her back, plug it in, show you it charges harder when it's run down a little bit. It took a lap around the house, so we'll plug her in now and we'll see how much she charges. Probably not going to be able to hold the camera and plug it in at the same time, so be patient.
Were you holding the camera where you're zooming around the yard?
No. So there we go, we got 3 amps. And there again, the resistor is, of course it's only been, what, 30 seconds? And it's not even warm. And it's starting down. It only went around the house, took a lap, so I think she's gonna be fine. So they say it was around $8 and $4 shipping or something. Sure beats 100 and some bucks for the original one. Makes me happy. So if you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Thanks for watching. See you next time.